Welcome back to another video. Andy Cook or Vadaine Oliver, who gets in your team? Can you play them both together? I think you can. It's just getting them into the right system, I think. But I don't think there's any reason why they both can't play together. And there's no reason why you can't trial it. With Andy Cook playing against Mansfield tomorrow, hopefully, against his former club. You know, I think he scored 2 in 6 against Mansfield, but he seems to score against Barrow a lot. And Walsall, so it seems to score against his former clubs a fair few times, and I would play them both tomorrow. I'd trial it. Like I said in my match preview, I'd play 3-5-2 with Lewis, Stubbs, Platt, Critchlow, Clayton, Smallwood, Bowler, Halliday, Chapman, Cook and Oliver. Neither of the two are blessed with pace, really, I think Oliver's probably the quickest, they're both target men, but I think Oliver's more of a target man. You know, a target man's really a player. You pass the ball to, he can pin a defender. You know, he's got good link-up play. He drops deeper, and he ain't really in the box as much as an Andy Cook, who's probably more of a poacher. He's always in the box. He's always moving in the box, and a chance is going to fall to him 9 times out of 10 because of that. And Andy Cook's more of a, you know, he'll get on the defender and he'll just, you know, hassle him and bully him a bit. So, you know, they are quite different, but I think they both off the ball can press. When Oliver's played, I thought he wouldn't be that type of player, but he does seem to press the opposition a bit. Andy Cook, obviously, his work rate's brilliant. Even last season, he was pressing a fair bit. And if we were playing a 3-5-2 with them two, obviously Oliver's going to drop deeper and link up with your Chapman, or play it wide to Bowler or Halliday, or Rideout if Bowler ain't playing, or Gilead. But if you're playing I'm just using the 3-5-2 as an example. It could be 4-4-2, it could be the diamond. But Chapman, or your number 10, Walker, Isa, Costello, they've got to be running it beyond Oliver, and, you know, really beyond Cook. And floating wide, they can't really be playing as that number 10 if you're playing Oliver and Cook, because Oliver's wanting to come into that area and hold the ball up and take a defender out of the way. Bowler and Halliday have to get high up the pitch to support. They have to be higher than Oliver, because then he's got that option to play it in. You've always got to have that, you know, Andy Cook in the box, so you've got Oliver dropping deep, he'll be in the box, and then if you play Isa, he's quite tall. Chapman, Walker, you know, they can prove a threat, and they've got to get in the box. I think we would be more attacking playing this way, but there is that question of, can Oliver and Cook play together? I think they can. Looking at if they didn't play together, it'd probably be Cook and Costello, or Oliver and Costello, what we've seen, or Isa, or Derbyshire in that other role to the Cook and Oliver partnership. You know, you could go. If you go Costello, he's got more pace. He's got to be looking at getting him behind. And I think it's unbalanced if you go with Cook and a strike partner, because Cook's always going to be wanting to be beyond and just, you know, hassle defenders, like I say, get in the penalty box. And I think he likes Oliver because he provides a good partnership to a striker like a Costello, like an Isa, maybe a Derbyshire, although I think he's a bit more like Oliver from what I've seen. He tends to drop a bit deeper, so it gives that licence then to take the defender away, and then Costello's got, you know, that option to run in, or Isa to run into that other channel where Oliver's drawn a player away. So I think he likes that, but Cook can do that as well. But like I said, the key thing is really Bowler and Halliday getting high up the pitch. We'd probably control the ball a bit more with 3 centre-backs and Clayton and Smallwood in midfield. I presume that would be the midfield too. Clayton dropping deeper, playing passes to the centre-backs, Halliday, Bowler. Safe passes really. But if you go with Cook and Oliver, you've got the movement of Cook, always moving. You've got Oliver dropping deeper. You've got Chapman, Walker, Rice, whoever you want in that number 10, floating wide. Bowler and Halliday have to be up the pitch. I think it would work. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So how do these stats compare with each other then? Problem with stats is you can take them out of context. Obviously Oliver's played less games and come off the bench a few more times. Not recently, but all in all this season he's come off the bench a lot more. So you could say, well, the game opens up a bit more. Or you could say the defence sit in a bit more, because genuinely we 1-0 down chasing the game. So it can be a bit of an unfair advantage that Cook may have or Oliver may have at times in these stats. But on Oliver's, he averages 8.8 passes per game with a pass success rate of 50%. It ain't bad. If you compare that to Cook's, there ain't a lot of difference. Cook's pass success rate is 49.3%, and he averages 11.3 passes, which, like I say, when I've watched Oliver play, it seems like he plays more passes. But obviously, like I said, the game's difference you've got to take into account. So they're probably around the same there. If they did play roughly the same amount of games and come off roughly the same amount of times. In terms of shots, Oliver averages 0.9 shots per game, and he scored 3. So make that what you will. It just averages under a shot per game compared to Cook's 1.8 shots per game. So, like I say, Oliver's more of a link-up man. He won't get in the box as much as Cook, so Cook's available for more chances, and he's obviously had a few more shots, so he's obviously missed a fair few chances and big chances compared to Oliver as well. In terms of aerials won, Oliver's won 3.7 and Cook's won 4.7. Key passes, Cook's made 0.5 and Oliver's made 0.4. And fouls won, Oliver's won 0.6 fouls and Cook's just won under that. In terms of bad control per game, 2.5 bad controls per game for Cook. So, controlling the ball poorly, but that could be from a poor pass as well. It could be an hospital ball. So, like I say, don't read too much into it. And Oliver won bad control per game. So the problem is, if you're comparing players with stats, really they've got to be playing roughly the same amount of games. Oliver, when he's come on, it's late on to try and prove a different threat aerially. And Cook, he played a lot at the beginning of the season where we were a lot more possession based back then. And obviously he would have played a few more passes and so on and so forth. So it's hard to get a real gauge, but Cook's gone 8 games without a goal. And obviously most of them have been off the bench because Hughes dropped him after 3 games without a goal and then blamed it on. Last season he had a goal drought. I think it was a bad goal drought. I think it was about 11 games without a goal. So I mean, really, that could overtake it this season because of how long he's left him out. So I think that was just an excuse. He's played 238 minutes in those 8 games played, and he played 166 minutes when he were dropped. Before he were dropped with those 3 games when he went without a goal before he was dropped out of the team. So it goes to show that he got. I think he scored against Northampton. I think he scored against Sutton. I think he scored against Mansfield as well. I think he went 3 games, bang, 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 goal. And then he gets dropped because he didn't score against Carlisle. I think he missed 2 or 3 big chances, but I don't know. I think it were more of Oliver wants to play. He's my star striker. He's 31, he's 32 this year, Oliver. He's on a 3-year deal. I need to get him playing. But like I say, I like Oliver, I like Cook. But they hadn't even played together when coming off from the bench, and I think it would work. I think off the ball, they both press to a certain degree, and if you've got Chapman or Walker behind them, their work rate's very good, and they're quite tenacious as well. So I won't worry about off the ball. And then on it, I think that you just feel like Cook hasn't got the pace to run him behind. But then, if you've got Halliday or also Davey on the right wing back position, if you want, and Bolo on the left, high up the pitch, he don't have to run in the channels as much then. And if you've got Chapman or Walker or Isa or someone like that who can float wide and pick up space out wide, he don't have to do that either. He just has to sit in the box and Oliver can drop deeper. I think it would work. I don't know why Hughes hasn't been playing Cook as much recently, to be honest with you. But I've said I'd rather have Oliver in the team, but I don't see why you can't have both. I think they're both a real threat to opposition. When I'm listening to the opposition commentary as well on this last point, I hear them going, Oliver's sat on that bench and we know how much of a threat he is, why aren't he playing as much? And then they talk about when Cook's on the bench, and the opposition are fearful of Oliver for his presence, his aerial threat, his height, his link-up play. He's a very good technical footballer. And then the fear Andy Cook, because he has got 16 goals this season, and he's still one of the top goal scorers in League Two, even though he hasn't played the last few games. they're both a threat. We both have to make we have to make the both. We have to make the use out of them both. Sorry, in this running. Otherwise, it could be a chance missed. We can't keep persisting with players who aren't performing. You've got to throw these two up there, and we've just got to see if it can form a partnership. But if it would make us more attacking as well. Get the wing backs up the pitch. Get your number 10 floating wide. You've got Clayton and Smallwood in midfield. You've got Stubbs, Platt and Critchlow at the back. I think 3-5-2 would work, and then you've got two goal scorers up front really, and Oliver can provide as well. When he's got the ball. So I want to see them put together. I think they can play together. But let me know in the comments down below. Do you think they can play together? Do you just not like Oliver and you'd rather have Cook and maybe a Derbyshire or an Issa up there? Or would you rather just see Oliver up front on his own in a 4-2-3-1, for example? Let me know in the comments down below. On the community tab, there's going to be a post on there where you can vote for Cook, Oliver, or get them both in the same team. Have a good one, and I'll see you for the match reaction tomorrow. Have a good one.